Let's answer two questions today. Two. One from a single man who seems to be clueless, and the second about lack of sex in the marriage. What is happening? We will learn through the questions of today. Stay here with me, pay attention to them.
A partir de agora, a Escola do Amor Responde. Apresentação: Renato e Cristiane Cardoso.
Hello, students. Welcome to Love School Answers, confronting myths and misinformation in relationships, where couples and singles learn intelligent love. Today we are going to answer two questions. One question from a single man who seems to be clueless, but he's interested in doing positive things for his love life. So let's go easy on him because he's showing interest. And the second question is about the sexual life of a couple married for 10 years, and she complains that her husband is not looking for her. And we are going to deal with this topic, but first let's go to the question of the single man.
I have been single for many years, and I'm tired of being alone and having only short-term relationships. At the moment, I don't follow any particular religion. I have never belonged to a church, but I'm searching for something that can fill my heart spiritually and also for a meaningful relationship and true love with someone, so to speak. I would like to know how I can take part in the love therapy meetings. And a female friend also told me about the love walk, and I would like to understand more about it and how I can seek help.
Well, friend, first of all, congratulations for taking part in here, making the most of what is available in the Love School Answers, and being a listener to it. First of all, you mentioned a fact that few single people admit, which is you are tired of living alone, and you are tired of fleeting relationships. Many singles don't like to admit it because they prefer to glamorize single life. Married life is good, but it only loses to the single life. They just don't want to admit that it's not good to be single for a long time. Of course, when you're coming out of a bad relationship and you feel you relief for the bad relationship coming to an end, then you breathe that freedom, the feeling of I'm no longer in a prison, in a bad situation. We understand this moment of relief, but it is because you are coming out of something bad, and not because being alone or being with many people in fleeting relationships, meaningless ones, just physical relationships, may be something good. On the contrary, it's quite tiring, as our student admitted. And something else he said is, you said that you have no affiliation, spiritual affiliation, with any denomination, and you want to be better in your love life and in your spiritual life. What you are feeling, students, is the great void in human souls when it's missing these two main things. And it can be drawn by the cross. A spiritual emptiness, which is the vertical one, the human being and God, creation and the creator, because you don't have this connection, spiritual one, so you feel spiritually empty, and the horizontal one, which is for you to find your partner, someone who will walk with you in life. When humans don't have these two things resolved, they're empty. They can have other things from any other aspect of their lives, but they will not be happy, neither complete. Then you may ask, how can I attend the love therapy? You can just go to the nearest one. I don't know which city you are in, but close to you, there's a seminar of the love therapy. If you're in São Paulo, come at the Temple of Solomon. If you're not in São Paulo, go to your city. We have all addresses where the seminars happen on the official website, which is terapiadoamor.tv. You can access the website, you find the address, you type your city, and you find the nearest to you. You don't need to pay, you don't need to subscribe, you don't need to belong to the church. You just need to go, sit down, and apply what you learn and treat as a course. An university of love. It's the university of love for real. But you need to attend. If you don't go, you will learn nothing. So start attending the seminar. Now, the other thing is, that's why we say that it seems like you're clueless. I may be wrong, but this friend that told you about the love walk, she knows something that you don't. She knows something that you don't know yet. I might be wrong, but she might be inviting you to do the love walk with you. I'm not sure. Maybe she's just trying to help you. Maybe she does not have a romantic interest on you. And even she doesn't, she's giving you a good piece of advice. She's a true friend. A good advice that you may attend the love walk. Even if there's no one interested, you'll find many young women there who have a positive intention to build a healthy relationship just as you want. So you can attend it, you'll be well guided with tips, and you will get involved with people who already attend the love therapy. So the least you can do for yourself is to go to the Love Walk event. If it is in São Paulo, in the city of São Paulo, and the surrounding areas, you can go to Villa Lobos Park from 9 a.m., the Love Walk. Every single is invited, whether you're going with someone or alone, you who are engaged or married, you will do the Love Walk with your partner, with the questions from the kit of the Love Walk, and especially the married ones go there to do that annual maintenance with the preventive dialogue and the remedial dialogue that will treat your relationship for many years ahead. Lovewalk.com is the official website that will happen in the whole Brazil and many other countries in the world. Soon we are going to answer the second question about marriage without sex. It's her complaint. Soon we're going to answer this question.
Meu amor, tá difícil de te arrumar um tempinho só pra nós dois. Pra falar de todos os planos que a gente tanto sonha. Para rir daquela pessoa que na rua tropeçou. Pra decidir qual é o filme desta vez. Ande um pouco devagar, voltar neste lugar. E as coisas que você pedia apenas com um olhar. Para sempre estar de pé, debaixo do sol, mas a luz da fé. Te amo e é pra sempre. Meu amor, vem comigo hoje é nosso, quero ouvir a sua voz. E dizendo deixar eu dar favor. Minha lança me leva contigo, eu quero seguir e vou a caminhada do amor. Oh, 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 na caminhada do amor. Oh, 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 oh. Meu amor, tá difícil arrumar tempo pra nós dois. Pra falar de todos os planos que a gente tanto sonhou. Para rir daquela pessoa que na rua tropeçou. Pra decidir qual é o filme desta vez. Ande um pouco devagar, vamos voltar neste lugar. E as coisas que você pedia apenas com um olhar. E sempre está de pé, debaixo do tom mais alto da fé. Tira-me é pra sempre, meu amor. Vem comigo onde eu quero ouvir a sua voz. Me dizendo tudo que o mundo vai deixar eu dar favor. Oh, a caminhada do amor. Meu amor, vem comigo onde eu quero ouvir a sua voz. Me dizendo tudo que já eu dar favor. Minha dança me leva contigo, eu quero te ir e vou. A caminhada do amor. Oh, 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 caminhada do amor. Oh, 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 na caminhada do amor.
Love Walk is coming October 11th in Brazil and more than 50 countries in a park or another venue near you. All official addresses of the official Love Walk is on the website lovewalk.com. In São Paulo, will be at Villa Lobos Park from 9 a.m. close to the Rico Wheel. If you can go by public transport, will be even better for you not to have any headaches getting into the park. But it's quite easy to get to Villa Lobos via public transport. More information at lovewalk.com. If you don't have your kit, so you can acquire it because we're almost running out of it. So be quick to acquire it, or you can just go to the nearest love therapy for you to get more information. Let's go to the question about lack of sex in the marriage. She doesn't want to identify herself, but she says, I'm married for 10 years. My husband and I, we married as virgins. After 3 years of marriage, I started to notice a change in my husband, a coldness when I hugged him. He would distance himself from me. He doesn't like to walk holding hands with me on the street. I always took care of my personal hygiene and my appearance. As the years pass by, his behavior just got worse. He treats me as if I was his sister. I spoke to him about my needs, my sexual needs. He doesn't look for me. He doesn't feel any desire for me. To have any relation with him, I need to ask. And you only have sex with me when I remind him that we are husband and wife. On my side, I called him to talk about it, but he says that he let our love grow cold. It's been more than 7 years that he would change, but he never changes. I tried, was patient to demand him nothing, but after so many years, I cannot smile anymore. I'm feeling terrible. At night, when I go to bed to sleep, I just cry in silence. I'm feeling suffocated. How painful it is to live like this. I cannot concentrate on my studies. I'm destroyed as a woman. I told him I want to divorce. He doesn't accept it. But he doesn't want you. I put myself at his disposal to change on something that might be disturbing him, and he tells me that he's the problem and not me. I prefer to be alone than to have a marriage just of appearance. We affirm in the church he has no health problem, neither sexual impotence. Simply, he does not want me. Very well. Student, what do I see here that is happening here? There's only one explanation to what is happening to your marriage. Maybe one or two. One is a spiritual problem. It's coldness, though you are in church. You assume that when someone is in the church firm for so many years, there will not be spiritual problems because they're well with God. But I learned in my faith, in my experience of life, that our marriage is a reflection of our spiritual life, our relationship with God. If my relationship with God is well, my marriage must be well. At least from what depends on me. If my relationship with God is going badly, I cannot go well with my partner. So the fact that your husband is not in good terms with you and not being able to resolve or not to desire to change the problem, it shows that he's not well with God. So there's a spiritual problem. And coldness. It's not that he had never had attraction for you. As you said, in the first 3 years, he looked for you. You had an active relationship, sexually speaking. All of a sudden, after 3 years, what happened? You don't speak about it. Maybe you don't know. And he's the problem. Is he being truthful with you? Which is the second point. The first point is the spiritual one. What is the root of the spiritual problem behind all this? Why? Even though he's a person of faith, going to church, he cannot resolve it. Once the word of God says, I don't know if he's aware, but he's sinning. In 1 Corinthians 7, says that neither the husband nor the wife should deny sex to the partner. This is biblical. And your husband, though he's in the church, he's sinning. He's denying what is your right. Neither the man nor the woman have the right to deny the sexual pleasure towards the other. Before the eyes of God. Before the eyes of God. So the woman should not deny sexual pleasure to her husband, neither vice versa. Oh, should you do out of obligation? No, neither me nor the Bible is saying that. It shouldn't be an obligation. It should be pleasant to both. But if it is not being, what is the problem? So the intimate life of the couple reflects the spiritual life of the individuals in the marriage with God. If the person is going badly with God, they go badly in the marriage. The marriage is a thermometer of their spiritual life. So your husband is not well spiritually for some reason. Now the other part is, it seems that he's not being completely open or sincere with you. How come someone all of a sudden stop feeling attracted for the other? Why? Did something happen? Is he holding a grudge against you? Is there a secret that he's keeping from you? A guilt because you're saying that he's not physically sick. He's not impotent. When you demand from him, he has relations with you. Did something happen in the 3rd year of marriage? Did he betray you? We can only speculate because we don't know. But nothing is for no reason. By chance. There's no effect without a cause. If the effect is, he does not feel like seeking you, looking for you, what is the cause? He's not opening up with you. And the worst of all, you feel guilty, as if the problem was yours, your appearance. And no, the problem is with him, as he shows nothing that is wrong with you. Now, dear friend, what should you do? This is just an advice. The direction is an advice, but the decision is yours. You said, I'd rather live alone than live like this. And I agree with you because you're not forced to live in a marriage in the way you are. And this man completely indifferent to your needs. However, I don't say that you should divorce him at first. What you should do is what we call it a strategic separation. First, you give him an ultimatum telling him, I'm telling you that I reached my limit. My limit of waiting for you to resolve yourself has been 7 years. I'm ready to solve this problem with you. However, if you don't do your part, I cannot do it on my own, or I cannot do it for you. I'm reaching my limit. So I give you this amount of time for you to look for strength and sincerity, for you to pray and seek God, go and talk to the pastor, whoever you want to talk to, go to the doctors. Do whatever you want to do. I'm ready to do that with you. But if you do nothing about it, I'll reach my limit. And when I do it, it means that I won't be in this marriage anymore with someone who doesn't care about me. Give him an ultimatum, and even within this amount of time, maybe 30 days, or whatever time it is, if he doesn't look for help or do nothing to change, then you will leave the house in a strategic separation on a day that he will not be expecting that. You will leave the house, arrive in the house, and you are not there. Then he will look for you, and you will tell him, I told you that this would happen, and if you want to come back, you have to look for help, and you will have to solve this. So this can be a way for you to force him to look for help, force him to be sincere and truthful, because I'm almost sure that he's not being truthful and sincere with you. Maybe he doesn't want to hurt you. Maybe he's feeling ashamed. I don't know. But the fact is, whatever the reason is, he must resolve the situation. He cannot let you be in this situation. Either he does something or everything must be over. But to be hanging in this situation of lack of decision, it's not fair before God's eyes and nobody's eyes. So give him this ultimatum, do this. And even if after all this, he insists on not solving the problem, then you can say, I tried to resort to everything, but as a woman of faith, you must go to church, use your faith, do your chains of prayer, do your purposes, attend the love therapy with him, invite him to come with you. I don't know if you've done before, or if you're doing the love therapy, the love walk is here for you to open your heart in a different way. The conversation of a love walk is a remedial conversation. It might be that he will open up to you during the love walk. So do all this along with this ultimatum you will give him. Do your part, that along with God, you may say, I did what I could, and give him a chance to do it, but he didn't want to. Then you reach a point they will be able to wash your hands and say, life moves on, okay? And you won't be able to complain about anything. Well, students, that's all for today. We come back at the same time, the same place, with more Love School answers. Access our website, escoladoamorresponde.com, to send your questions to the program. See you next time. Bye-bye. Well, double dose, 2 questions. So we will come back next time for more answers to you. Attend the love therapy at Solomon's Temple this coming Thursday. See you then.